Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Vechain Vet. So right now in Vechain, we're seeing a 13-cent price point with a 3.26% increase in just the last 24 hours, a market cap around that $8.4 billion mark, and the volume pushing closer to that $1 billion. If we actually take a look at the last week, we are seeing a very, very good looking chart because we see a 6.43% decrease actually in the last week, but it's going to be a steady volatility, really just sideways trend for the most part. And the one thing I want to really kind of mention in this is we were actually at 14 cents August 16th, but if we take a look at the last month, we are going to have some kind of pullback every once in a while when you're going on a 91 to 92% increase in the last month. Just a massive, massive recovery for a lot of cryptocurrencies and altcoins in this last month. Vechain doing a very, very good job at continuing on this path up. If you actually take a look in this last month, we've actually stabilized out around that, I guess around that 12-cent range just here recently, 12 to 13-cent range recently. And a lot of people are suggesting that Vechain may be on its way back down. In my opinion, there's going to be volatility on the way up. We've talked about this before. There's always setbacks on that push up, and there's going to be resistance as well. And Vechain is one of those coins that is going to need Bitcoin to continue to do well to also do well. And I think in the long term, Vechain is going to be one of those coins a lot of people wish they were buying in on before it hit, 15, 20, 28 cents, yet back again. And, we talked about that 28 cent really, all-time high back in April 16th. It's definitely a possibility that we push past that by the end of the year. We're going to give you guys price updates and price predictions at the end of the video. But before we jump into price predictions, I do want to, kind of walk you through all the big news and hype surrounding Vechain in this last couple of days and weeks. So jumping for the very, very first tweet, we're going to see Vechain Foundation calling all blockchain, NFT, and DeFi enthusiasts and devs. Vechain's public blockchain, proven by enterprises like Walmart, is open for you to build your DApp and project. You can actually join them on their journey for that $1 million USD grant program, which is absolutely huge and necessary to continue to get built on by a lot of great projects coming into the Vechain ecosystem. I will say, a lot of people are trying to find these updates for altcoins as well as cryptocurrencies in general. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on and like the video, you will definitely stay up to date with Vechain as well as so many other altcoins across the channel, whether it's Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink, Stellar Lumens, as well as Silica, as well as so many more. So let's jump through the next tweet. If you're a DApp dev or project looking to make a splash, build on Vechain Thor. Vechain offers a huge community near instant, cheap transactions, a rock-solid L1 mainnet proven by Walmart, and more. Nearly 100K given you really out in grants, by the way. So if you actually take a look, you can go to vechain.com, or I guess it's vechain.org/grant program, and they actually talk more about their grant program a little bit more in detail, and $1 million for 2021, which is absolutely huge and necessary, like I said, to really bring those new projects into the ecosystem. And it's something that I believe they're doing correctly. They're always about grabbing new potential projects and hosting them on their platform. If we actually take a look a little bit more forward, we can see a lot of new partnerships and a lot of new really integrations with Vechain coming here in the next couple of weeks and months that we've seen. So the first one, Eisenrich, by the way, if you aren't following him, a great guy to follow if you want to stay up to date with Vechain. He talks a lot about these partnerships, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at here in the next couple of tweets. So ArcelorMittal, the world's leading steel and mining company, is working with DNV on its XCarb green steel certificates. The project-based CO2 savings and the really certificates themselves will be verified by DNVGL. So this is definitely huge, and they talk a little bit more about it down here. And obviously in the article itself, you'll be able to read a little bit farther into it. But definitely a very big deal here as DNV and XCarb Steel. We actually take a little bit farther of a look into Vechain and Immutable Truth. So Vechain was actually highlighted in the Brazilian Journal of Business article, the use of the blockchain in the identification of fake news, technological support tools to combat disinformation. So obviously a lot of disinformation out there worldwide, and a lot of people are going to love Vechain for the reason of finding that misinformation, that fake news, and kind of getting the truth out there as well. So we can actually take a little bit farther of a look into Vechain sustainable fashion. Vechain's SaaS provides companies with lightweight tools to quickly onboard their inventory, trace their carbon footprint, and improve brand loyalty with conscientious consumers, I guess, as well. If we actually take a look here at the next one, it talks about real items and circular economy. By pairing items with the corresponding NFT, consumers can actually access their necessary information, qualities, and production process as well. So you can actually deep dive into all of that using realitems.shop, and you can take a look at this, partnerships continuing to jump on board, projects continuing to jump on board with Vechain. We have another one called Vechain and DNV talking about their tag, trace, and trust. We've talked about DNV as one of the big partnerships with Vechain before, but it's just continuing to grow as consumers demand more transparency from the brands. Ensuring data integrity is crucial to build trust. With our blockchain-based solution tag, trace, and trust, you'll be able to trace products or assets along the supply chain and verify their origin. So that's definitely, like I said, a very, very big deal in today's world. Everything's being faked. Everything's being tried to be sold at a premium. So definitely good to see DNV doing what they're doing best. Vechain also furthering enables producers market to bring the competitive benefits of public blockchain technology to Americans' family farms. So we see that here with Vechain further enables that, like I said, producers market to bring those competitive benefits of public blockchain technology, like I said prior, America's family farms. So that's definitely a big deal. And they talk a little bit more about it in the actual article, but we've talked about this in the past Vechain update videos, so I probably won't go into too much detail. But the producers market is the creator of Storybird, a powerful application that connects a consumer to the supply chain story of a given product. Powered by Vechain Toolchain, this Storybird application collects and uploads authentic product information onto the Vechain Thor blockchain. By doing so, the application enables all stakeholders, from the farmers to processors, added value parties, and e-commerce platforms, buyers, and end consumers to validate product origin. Oatman Farms is the latest brand to sign on to the use, really that groundbreaking platform for its product marketing. I do expect more people to actually jump on board with this, and they actually have a stat down here. So today, 86% of U.S. consumers believe brand transparency is more important than ever. 73% of consumers are willing to pay more for products guaranteeing total transparency. So that is absolutely huge, and it's going to enable Vechain farther into these projects. And I think, product really as a whole, a lot of farms are going to be jumping on board with this. Larger farms, obviously, not family farms, but I guess this is called a family farm, but you guys know what I mean by that. Realistically, these, large farms are going to jump on board with Vechain. In my opinion, with the success of this integration, we could see a lot of really big things coming with Vechain. I do want to talk about the price predictions for the end of the year as well as the end of the bull market part 2. So right now we are seeing about a 3% increase in the last 24 hours, about a 13-cent price point, which is, we are still seeing that kind of volatility, somewhat of a downward spiral here for Vechain. Ideally, we do see a good looking next couple of weeks for Vechain. A lot of people hoping for a bull market part 2 to continue to push this Vechain back up. If we take a look, though, at the last, all-time high, we are seeing an all-time high right around April 16th at 28 cents. 28 cents is definitely something that I believe we are going to pass before the end of the year. Before the end of the year, I think, I guess by the end of the year, we should see really a price point of about 30 to 50 cents, in my opinion, at the very, very least. I think it's even possible that we see, $1 by the end of the year. But realistically, by the end of the bull market part 2, that's where I'm going to be going with my $1 price target for Vechain. We've been there all year long, hoping to push that by the end of this bull market. So I still think it's definitely a great opportunity for a lot of people to invest in a very, very cheap Vechain. And seeing, this price right now at 13 cents, still in my opinion, undervalued and has a lot of potential. A lot of unique utility provided with this coin. So definitely something we'll continue to keep you guys up to date with on this channel. If you guys have not already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on to stay up to date with Vechain as well as so many other altcoins across the channel. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you all in the next one.